Hey guys, how's it going? Hope you're having a great week. I just got back from Tampa a couple days ago. Beautiful weather down there. Actually, I was in St. Petersburg, and now I'm back in my good old home outside of Toronto. And I don't know if you can see this behind me, but it's just a blizzard of white snow. So quite the contrast. Anyways, today's FAQ, I'm going to be answering a few questions. So let's get right into this. First question comes from Renee, and she's asking, just wondering if you need to take digestive enzymes if you use apple cider vinegar. Also, do you take apple cider vinegar before each meal like you would the enzymes? I tend to struggle with constipation, and even though I've made improvement in my diet and have seen some positive changes, I was wondering if this would also help. All right, so apple cider vinegar, I would recommend that everyone takes it because it's just incredible. It has a lot of healing benefits. The only thing you want to keep in mind is that because it is acidic, if it's in your mouth, it's going to wear down the enamel in your teeth. So if you drink apple cider vinegar, it's best to kind of shoot it back and not kind of sip on it for hours and just just kind of rinse your mouth out with water afterwards. Having said that, I would definitely recommend a digestive enzyme in conjunction with apple cider vinegar. So apple cider vinegar is not going to replace the digestive enzymes because the enzymes are actually providing enzymes, whereas the ACV or the apple cider vinegar is not really providing that. Apple cider vinegar will stimulate some digestive juices or the gastric juice secretion in your stomach, but that's about it. It's not going to give you the lipase, the different enzymes that are necessary for carbohydrate breakdown, amylases and so forth. So I would recommend grabbing a digestive enzyme in addition to apple cider vinegar. And if you want a really good digestive enzyme, I have a link below for what I use from BioTrust. Awesome stuff. There's a lot of different enzymes out there. You just have to kind of see what works best for you. But the BioTrust ones really worked well for us. And I also use a combination sometimes of an HCl plus digestive enzyme. So the HCl is the hydrochloric acid that your stomach produces. That's going to help with the protein breakdown in combination with the digestive enzymes in that one capsule. So you can find brands on the market as well that offer that combination. So hopefully that answers the first question. Second question comes from Belinda, and she wants to know, I'd like to know if you have any recommendations for women who experience really bad monthly menstrual cramps. I've been experiencing this pain now for 12 years, and I've been taking 800 milligrams of Motrins, Advils, and so forth, prescribed by my doctors. I'm so tired of all the cramps and the pain pills. Any suggestions? Okay, so I'm going to make this seem overly simplistic, and I apologize for the women out there that are watching this who obviously have never been through menstrual cramps because I'm a guy. But here's the thing. PMS, menopausal symptoms, all of those women-related issues are usually related to your liver. And the reason for this is because your liver is responsible for metabolizing estrogen as well as your other hormones. So the problem in today's society, in today's world, is that we have too much estrogen in our bodies, myself included, women, men of all shapes and sizes. And the thing is, we don't even know it. We're not even aware of it. And the thing with estrogen is that it is responsible for a lot of these PMS type symptoms. It's responsible for growth like things in the body. So that's why cancer is definitely related to how much estrogen you have in your body. So what you want to look at doing in terms of reducing these PMS cramps for good is doing a liver cleanse, which is essentially just eating healthier and cleansing your body of a bunch of garbage and allowing your liver to function properly so that it can metabolize estrogen more effectively. When it does that, your body is no longer estrogen dominant or becomes less estrogen dominant, and you will notice significant improvements in these symptoms. Now, the reason I say this is because we've had hundreds of women specifically with this issue that have gone through our total wellness cleanse, and one of the most common reportings is that either if they're menopausal, they notice a reduction in those menopausal symptoms, or if they've experienced PMS at any point in their lives, the cleanse has helped them alleviate those symptoms. And again, there's no specific thing that we're doing to target PMS because remember, how you heal anything is how you heal everything. You take care of the liver, and again, you can't cleanse the liver without cleansing your entire body. Nothing happens independently of anything else inside your body. So when you do something like our Total Wellness Cleanse, which is essentially just removing garbage and nourishing yourself with good nutrients, you allow your liver to take a breath to kind of recover and get a lot of that kind of toxic overload out, and it allows it to function better. So that is really I know it's not, like popping a pill, it's a little bit more work, but the reality is that if you want uh, long-term relief, it's not going to come from a pill. Okay, so you need to really look at your lifestyle, your diet, clean your body out from the inside out, and our total wellness cleanse will help you do that. So that's yeah. So hopefully that helps. All right, let's see what we got next. Actually, on the lines of the total wellness cleanse, one of Tom wants to know. He's asking, I'm diabetic. Will this program work for me? In reference to our total wellness cleanse, the answer is yes. One of the reasons I say that is because we've had a lot of diabetics go through the program, as well as people with hypoglycemia, and they've noticed huge improvements. And the reason why it's appropriate for diabetics is because we're really not, one of the main goals of the program is to reduce sugar addiction. So in doing so, we don't actually allow, or we choose not to eat sugar during the cleanse. So we pretty much reduce all sugar, we remove sweet fruit even during the 14-day cleanse phase, and we really nourish your body with good carbohydrates like starchy vegetables like sweet potatoes and so forth, and a lot of greens and different nuts and legumes to really support you throughout the process. So if you are diabetic, obviously you want to consult with your physician first, but really there's no issue with eating healthier. Okay, there shouldn't be an issue with eating healthier, and that's what the Total Wellness Cleanse is going to help you do. All right, so let's get to one more question here. I'm just kind of sifting through this stuff. I don't even prepare ahead of time. It's just terrible. Anyways, okay, let's finish with the one more question again on the topic of foods. This comes from Roz. Hi, you're very interested in your studies and conclusions on raw food eating, and I have arrived at similar conclusions over time, although I have no formal education in this area as you do. My current exploration with raw food eating is that it seems so easy for me to lose weight, even with adding avocados and more bananas and such. The raw food movement seems to assume that we all need to lose weight in life, but I'd like to maintain my weight at least, and maybe even gain weight without having to eat every 2 hours. I do not feel well when I eat nuts, so I introduce rice, quinoa, kamut, and other pseudo grains back into my diet. Could you address this topic, please? Great question. So essentially, the question boils down to this: can you gain weight on a raw food diet? Well, as you can tell, I'm not a very big guy, right? But I got some pipes, right? I got some guns here, but I fuel my body with good quality nutrition for the most part. Okay. So here's the thing: if you want to lose weight, it's really a matter of eating less. And if you're following a raw food diet, just naturally you're going to be eating fewer calories because most of the foods are so high in nutrient quality that you're not going to need as many calories to get what you need. Now, the flip side is that if you want to gain weight, the reality is that you're going to have to eat pretty consistently. Okay, so there's going to be, you don't have to eat the same way all the time, day in and day out. But there are going to be days where you're going to have to eat a lot of food, and other days where you might not eat as much food. And there's a benefit to kind of cycling your calories. But really, with respect to gaining weight, and I've gone through this. I set a goal a couple years ago of gaining 15 pounds in 3 months. I think I gained 8 pounds in a month, and then I stopped because I just didn't really care for it too much anymore. Because personally, I don't want to spend all day eating, and that's essentially what you would have to do, more or less, if you want to gain weight with a raw food diet, or with any diet for that matter. Okay, so if you're going to be eating a paleo diet, or if you just want to eat carbs all day, you're going to have to eat more than you want to eat. You're going to get to a point where it just feels physically uncomfortable. And that's just the reality, because you need to get your body is used to, for instance, whatever level it's used to. So I'm used to eating, 2,500 calories a day. But if I wanted to gain weight, I would have to really go out of my comfort zone and push my body beyond what it's used to, and maybe consume 3,000, 3,500 calories a day. And it's trickier to do that if you're, drinking smoothies, making salads, eating a lot of fruits and vegetables. And obviously, if you don't do too well with nuts and seeds, which is obviously going to be the more caloric dense side of things and bring in those calories, then it becomes a little bit more challenging. So it really is a catch-22. But the key as well is, in addition to eating plenty of calories, obviously good calories, you really need to be strength training. You need to be hitting the gym and doing the right type of workouts to really blast your muscles and really break them down. Getting a good amount of time under tension, so you're stressing them to really develop. And it's going to take time, okay? So I don't know if that's the answer you're looking for, but that's kind of the reality of where things are at with respect to raw foods and building muscle. And again, it doesn't matter if it's raw foods or anything else. You're going to need to train properly in the gym, and you're going to need to eat a lot of calories, hopefully through good quality foods. So there we go. Hopefully this video has been helpful for you. I know we've had a good nutrition angle to this one. If you've got any questions, just let me know in the comments below. And again, I do my best every week to take some of the most common questions that we get asked. I know we get a lot of questions coming through, and I'm sorry if I can't answer all of them, but I do appreciate anything that comes through our way, whether it's on Facebook or by email. And just be sure that we do our best to really respond to either personally or in these FAQ videos and emails. And I really appreciate you sticking around and allowing me to impart some of my wisdom on you. So anyways, I'm gonna go jump in the snow maybe, and I hope you have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon.